Oh, 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, man. Heavy hitters. Let's roll it. Well. Hmm. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? As you already know, it is Wednesday night with the Heavy Hitters Live. 1, 2, boom, boom, to the dome. I'm the host, K Styles, aka the Sixth Man. Stage left, as you already know, Senator Palpatine, aka Mad Mike Sports. And as you know, we got the residential minister, as usual, the calm before the storm. Utah Sports in the building. And welcome to the asylum of knowledge, where three becomes one, and one becomes all. I'm sorry, I just made that up on the fly. I ain't know where I was going with that. I ain't know where I was going with it. But as y'all already know, man, we appreciate y'all coming in, man. Like I said, definitely shout out to Will with everything Atlanta sports right before us. So if you haven't caught that, and as well as OG Big Sam with the Wicked Wednesday tea. So y'all make sure y'all go ahead and recap both of those shows. But let's go ahead and get right into it, man. We're gonna go ahead and kick this show off with what, Mike?
Roll call. Oh, that was the 1980s hip hop. That's all it was. Gotta give y'all some 1980s hip hop. I don't know nothing about it. I just like the way it sounds.
I was about to say, boy. Look. I was about to say, boy, I was about to start ticking and voguing at the same time. And then I said I had to do this right quick before I start getting in there. What is love? Baby, don't hurt.
Hey, man.
All right, man. So let's go ahead and get right into the roll call, y'all. Let's get to the roll call. And definitely give a shout out to Station 18. We got Smooth C78, YMOF Jamal. We got Lee 85 in the building. Auntie Pam is in here. We got Jeffrey Ratliff, Brian Peoples, JB, Michael Walker, Pat Norris, Old Chicken Holler. We got Mucho Grundy. Got my girl Sonia in here. Jay Diaz, Bernard Cantrell, and Dre Murphy. And as we got the 26 people, 27 now that's in here. Hey, we got Kiki in the building. But say that's what y'all gotta say. Kiki, do you love
me?
So make sure I definitely give a shout out to the ladies that's in here right now. Give them their flowers right now because these are some diehard Falcon fans as well. So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. We have two very special topics tonight for y'all. We got so this is all gonna be a fan vote. So make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button on the way in here. It's free. Topic number one is Raheem Morris the chosen one? This is a topic that was brought to us by Mr. Utah Sports himself. So that's a discussion for in itself. Or topic number two, we're going to get a Mad Mike heavy hitter style rant for y'all asses. What is the rant topic? Cam Newton, Shannon Sharp. So we're going to give y'all 1 minute to make your decision. And as we make the decision, let's go ahead and get the DJ to play a little music. DJ, kick it. Hey, 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 hey. Mm, mm. All right, we got it's 3-1 on the twos now. Come on, y'all. Hey, got another one voted for 2. Hey. Hey, I think everybody just jamming right now, like, oh, 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 oh. All right, man, we got 30 seconds, y'all. Oh, I got Drake Murphy talking about go DJ. That's my DJ. Don't sit your ass on so.
Nope.
All right. All right, DJ. Got it. Thank you. So it looks like it as unanimously, you only had 1 vote for number 1. So everybody wants a Mad Mike heavy hitter style rant to kick the show off.
Just when I think I'm out, they pull me right back in.
We already knew this was going to happen anyway. I think it's just
I thought people would like me calm, but I guess they don't.
No, that's why you have me and Jew here, because Jew isn't nicknamed the calm before the storm for no reason.
I mean, I'm trying to get closer to God. Well, I'm getting closer to God, so maybe I turn over a new leaf. But I mean, Peter was a bit of a hothead, so I guess I can be a hothead. So so you want to set this up, or should I set it up?
All right. So let me take that back. Almost threw up in my mouth when I said fans. So the people have already decided that they want to see our thoughts on the Cam Newton, Uncle Shay Shay talking points when the Atlanta Falcons came up. Now, for those that may not have saw that, it actually wasn't a bad interview throughout the whole thing, but it's a particular part in the interview that came up where it was like, I knew this was going to come. So it came down to the Atlanta Falcons and Cam Newton and Shannon Sharp and the whole situation about Kirk Cousins and what he signed for. And we already know Shannon Sharp kind of stirred it up a little bit. Was like, they could have paid $170 million to Lamar Jackson and gave up the 2 first-round picks. And Cam Newton named 3 quarterbacks in particular, outside of just himself. Okay, we'll actually say his name this time. Justin Fields and Michael Vick. Go ahead, Mike.
First of all, I want to give praise and honor to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Father God, for continuously blessing Mayor Mike Sports Unholy Alliance, Atlanta Falcons Nation, and all the Atlanta Falcons fans in the world. I really do appreciate you. You are wonderful, God, Lord God. You are wonderful. I praise you in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. All right, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Thank you, Father God. But I'm asking for. I'm repenting right now. So forgive me, Lord. This is this. Yo, oh yeah. Look, this whole you'll see why I'm about to. You see what you see exactly why I did that. See, you ever heard this song called "I'd Rather Be Your Nigga so we can smoke weed, get drunk and smoke weed all day"? You remember that song? Y'all know that song? Everybody familiar with that song?
Right.
Yeah. This is what this motherfucker was doing right before that show. He was being a dumb nigga. This is what a nigga says. He was a drunk, smoking weed every day nigga with that response. It's the stupidest shit I've ever seen. How you gonna look at a team and say the Falcons need to get better, and you put your name in it? Ain't nobody checking for you, Otis. Nobody knows the troubles I see. Nobody know you. You looking like Angelica from the Rugrats with that bullshit on your head. Well, like what the hell are you gonna name yourself? Nobody, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 32 teams. Nobody gives a fuck about Cam Newton. You getting in fights at a camp. Well, little boy, look, you getting jumped. And you think the NFL team is going to say, you know what? Cam Newton, come sign with us. I like the way you move. Well, wait, what are we doing? The worst part about this for me is the motherfucker name himself. What have you ever done? What you ain't even on the list, but this is what I got. This is the main reason why I told y'all if you put on that fucking if you put on that Falcons jersey, I'm going to protect you. And I got some numbers for y'all, okay? I got some numbers, and I want you guys to listen up and hold up. And all you Lamar Jackson fanboys, y'all better put y'all babies away and put your cousin, your sister, your mama too, all of them. Okay, put them to bed because I'm about to show y'all some numbers that's gonna probably hurt your feelings, okay? I'm gonna hurt y'all feelings just a little bit. All right. So when we talk about Kirk Cousins, a lot of people like to bring up the fact that he's 1-4 in the playoffs. But anybody know what Lamar Jackson playoff record is?
Was he like 2-5?
2-4. Okay. So this is. I'm just gonna throw some. I'm not gonna pass the passing numbers. I'm not gonna put out the passing yards because. As a matter of fact, screw that. I'm gonna give you everything. This man, Kirk Cousins, these are Kirk Cousins' numbers, all right? Just so bear with me. Touchdowns in the career. He has 29, 30, 33, 18, 35, 26, 30, 27, 25, 29. He's never thrown for 15 interceptions in a single season. Never, ever done it. He's never done that, okay? 8 times in his career, he's thrown for more than 3,500 yards. In the playoffs, okay? In the playoff, this guy has a 91 quarterback rate, 96.4, 84.3, 112, all right? Playoffs, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, and a 1-4 record. So, if you look at these numbers, Kirk Cousins is not playing bad in these games. But I'm about to bust y'all because y'all got to hear this. You got to hear this. You know how many times that Mr. Lamar Champion Lamar Champion Jackson, you know how many times he threw for 3,500 yards? Oh, no. 1 time in his entire career. 1 time in his complete, all his career. His complete NFL. All right. So you look at this man, This guy got two, and you're talking about a defense. Got one of the better defense. They had a bet ever since he's been in the league. This has been one of the better teams, right? He's had one of the best defenses every single year. These guys have a top 15, a top 10 defense every year that he played. And this dude, these are the quarterback ratings for him. Okay? This is the quarterback rating for him. Y'all want to look at these numbers? All right. This right here. This is the sad part. 78.8, 63.2, 74.8, 61.5, and the best year is 121.8. This year, 75.5. So when you look at these two guys' career, a lot of the numbers that we see from these guys are not really great. So when we talk about Kirk Cousins, yes, he does have a 1-4 record. 1-4 record in the playoffs. But his numbers, how he plays, is a lot better than what we're talking about. But when we look at Mr. Lamar Jackson, his numbers are absolutely freaking fucking atrocious. Okay? It's fucking atrocious. How are you the MVP and you had 1 year where you threw for more than 3,500 yards? But we got Cameron Newton up here saying that the Falcons made the wrong decision. They made the wrong decision to give Kirk Cousins, and I'm not the biggest Kirk Cousins fan. I'll be the first to take it. But there ain't no way in hell that I'm going to pick Lamar Jackson over Kirk Cousins in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson is a freaking bum. When it comes down to, we saw what he looked like this year. We saw what his best year was. The best year that he had was in the division playoffs, which they ended up losing. You see what I'm saying? He's a loser. He sucks when it matters most. And this is what we talk about with quarterbacks and great players. Yeah, you can be the regular season king all you want to, but when it's time to make these plays and to show what you can do, Lamar Jackson is a bum. Justin Fields is a bum. Cam Newton is a freaking bum. All right? We're talking about the bum that didn't want to fall on the fumble that was standing in front of him. He's 260 pounds. 6'5", 260 pounds, and your punk ass didn't even want to jump on the damn ground to pick up a fumble that nobody was on the ground with? Like nobody was on the damn ground. The ball was just looking at say, hug me, squeeze me, touch my body. The ball wanted you to touch him, and you didn't do it.
Touch
how
me,
you gonna, how are you? Touch me, and caress me. The ball was begging for it. The ball was begging for it, and you didn't even look at it. You didn't touch it. You didn't do anything. So, in essence, all I'm saying is this is exactly why a lot of these football players don't have contracts, and this is why a lot of them going to continue to go to other teams. Is because their egos get the best of them. You're not good, Cam. You're done. These guys that we put on a pedestal, they haven't even earned it yet. But we put these guys on the damn pedestal like they doing something. They're doing nothing. They're glamorized losers.
Hey, the thing about it is really outside of Patrick Mahomes, the same case could be said about every other quarterback that's within that top range. Man.
So I'm just saying.
People put Aaron Rodgers on the pedestal.
He's look. He has a pretty bad record in the playoff himself.
Josh Allen.
You see what I'm saying? It's like,
Lord have mercy. Jesus.
So the numbers we can sit up here and talk about the numbers, but Lamar Jackson, he sucks in the playoffs when you need him most. He sucks. Am I saying that Kirk Cousins is going to be Matt Ryan or he going to be this great player, that's still to be determined. But don't try to belittle what he's done in his career for guys that have not done a freaking thing. These guys have not shown that they can win. They haven't. They have not shown anything. We got to stop putting guys on pedestals for being losers. I can put on the P Diddy and I can put that P Diddy patent leather suit on too, and I look good. That don't mean I am actually good. I'm done. I'm done.
Jew, how you want to follow that up, man? How you want to follow that up?
Hey, man, I just want to add to it. So I'm gonna be as you say, the calm. I'm just gonna bring some numbers because what rubbed me the wrong way with the whole, Shannon Sharp is just when he brung up, that we could have went after Lamar Jackson, and we all know he was never on the trading block. We already know that, so that's why I didn't like how he brought that up, just stating like, well, they to make it better, they could have actually had Lamar Jackson for 2 first-round picks. It's not like they just offered up Lamar Jackson and they couldn't match the offer. And I really feel like we're focusing on the Falcons, but if you guys remember, no team made an offer because they were just like, we know that the Ravens are going to match whatever we offer. So why even put ourselves out there and set the market for their player? Doesn't make sense. But with Cam Newton, I just really feel like he has to learn how to read the room. To me, it's like when you look at the Falcons, the style of offense we run, Cam is not a pocket passer. He would have been better off saying that when Arthur Smith was here because we were a run heavy team. I would understand him saying like why the Falcons didn't give me a shot then because we had guys like Marcus Mariota. Is Marcus Mariota better than Cam Newton? I'll say no. They're around the same type of style of quarterback, but you comparing yourself to Kirk Cousins, a guy who is a pocket passer, a guy who fits in this scheme. And I just pulled up the stats. So Cam Newton's completion percentage on average for his career is 59.9%. Kirk Cousins is 66.7. That is just that one stat alone just blows him out the water. When you're looking for, what did they say when Raheem Morris talked about a quarterback, him and Zach Robinson, a fast processor? Is that Cam Newton? No. Is that Kirk Cousins? Yes. A guy that's going to get the ball out of his hands fast. Is that Cam Newton? No. Cam Newton is a scrambler. He's a guy that needs the ball in his hands. He's really an RPO quarterback. That's what Cam Newton was. The reason that he hurt his shoulder is because they were running quarterback powers. They were running RPOs where he wouldn't slide. We've seen numerous games against the Falcons when Deion Jones blew him up at the goal line because what he was doing was trying to run guys over. So it's just like, to me, he just doesn't. So at times I just be like, read the room. Like some of the stuff that you're saying, like all of the quarterbacks he named, is like the Falcons didn't go after them, not because they're not talented. It's because they don't fit this scheme. Even a Lamar Jackson, he's a great quarterback. I love Lamar Jackson, but would he fit in this scheme? That's what really matters. And was he really on the trading block? Like people keep bringing his name up, but it's like he was never on the trading block. Because trust me, if he was on the trading block and all we needed to offer up was 2 first-round picks, all of them teams would have been throwing their hats in the ring. But he was never on the trading block. So when we keep bringing his name up, it's just like, why even bring his name up? That's like any of the top quarterbacks that are up for a new contract. If we would have did the same thing to Matt Ryan, we say, hey, Matt Ryan, we're going to put him up. We'll set up 2 first-round picks, but we can match any offer. No team is going to do it because they know at this point, why are we setting the market for somebody else's player? That's dumb. You know what I'm saying? That's just a waste of time. So I just feel like with the whole thing, that everything that they stated, I was just like, Cam Newton just needs to learn how to read the room. At the end of the day, you're not a pocket passer. He talked about Kirk Cousins' injury with the Achilles, that's an injury usually, in Shannon Sharp's day, before modern medicine, that would end guys' career, which is factual. But what has Kirk Cousins said in all of the interviews? He's not a scrambling quarterback. So does he really need his Achilles to be able to scramble around like a running quarterback? If Lamar tears his Achilles, if Cam Newton tears his Achilles, it's a problem. If Michael Vick tears his Achilles, Justin Fields, it's a problem because those guys need that's their number one asset is their legs. Kirk Cousins' number one asset isn't his legs, it's his arm. And he talked about that. He mentioned this in numerous interviews when they asked his percentage of, are you 100% healthy? He said, no, I can drop back and pass, but he was like, you'll notice that my Achilles is still not 100% if I have to take off, which we'll count this year on probably on 10 fingers how many times Kirk Cousins just takes off.
Right.
He's a pocket passer. Similar to any of them guys you think about. Tom Brady, can he move a little bit? Yeah, he can move a little bit, but that's not what he's going to rely on. Majority of the time, 90% of the time, you're going to see him sitting in the pocket. When Cam Newton was playing in the league, 90% of the time he wasn't in the pocket. Most of the time he was scrambling, moving around, running outside, not sliding, and that's what ended up, those injuries building up. So I just feel like listening to Cam Newton and everything he said, like none of the stuff made sense to me. I'm like, why are you bringing up a non-scrambling quarterback's Achilles? As we mentioned, I seen in the chat somebody talking about Aaron Rodgers. The same thing with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers' number one asset is his arm. He don't need his legs to move around. He don't need it. We seen Tom Brady can't run faster than a snail. Did he need his legs? He didn't need his
Dan
legs.
Marino. Ryan Michael literally dropped the video on Twitter today talking about Dan Marino. And we know Dan Marino, he was slower than Tom Brady.
Peyton Manning couldn't run. These guys, because their number one asset was their arm. So all of them guys he brought up, the Lamars, the Cam Newton, Justin Fields. When you think about those guys, what is the first thing you think about? They athleticism. I'm just being honest. It ain't that they can't throw. The first thing I'm worried about is their athleticism. I'm just being honest. When I think about Kirk Cousins, I don't think about athleticism. I think about
right. You right about that.
You dang on right about that.
So it's just like it didn't make sense. That was the make it make sense segment, because I was just like, it didn't make no sense to me when I was listening to it.
So I got a question for everybody, and I want everybody that's watching chiming in. Fellas, I want y'all to answer this question. Can you name any other team in NFL history besides the Atlanta Falcons where the idea of symbolism at one position is more important than the team's overall success? I'm waiting on some answers. I mean, people in the chat too. I'm waiting on some answers on that. Let me say it again. Can y'all name me any other team in the NFL that you've ever seen, franchise-wise, where the symbolism of one position is more important than the overall success of the team itself, from fans and media? Damn, boy. I don't see no answer.
The only thing that comes to my mind is really Dallas Cowboys, and like even they don't really care about the running back position and the offensive line like that anymore. So it's like I don't see any other team in the NFL. It's like it's nothing. Nobody, like, you don't see the Pittsburgh Steelers whining about having another Jerome Bettis or Alan Faneca. Like, they don't whine and cry about that type of stuff. Like the Falcons organization and the media and the fans, they're the only team that I can think of that, like, we have to get a quarterback. Like, we have to have an athletic quarterback. Like, that's like, if we don't have an athletic quarterback, it's the Falcons lose.
It ain't even the athletic quarterback. It's the Michael Vick experience.
That's what I mean. You have to recreate that Michael Vick experience with an athletic quarterback.
Like, this is the only franchise team that I've ever seen in sports history in which its fan base and its media cares more about the symbolism of a particular position, i.e., it has to be a certain type of quarterback, is more important than the overall team success. I can't think of another team.
Man, I don't even know that's even in sports, man. Like I can't even name a basketball team that's trying to get another Michael Jordan. Like we know there's never going to be another Michael Jordan. We know there's never going to be a LeBron or a Magic or Kobe. Like we know that. Like I don't understand the obsession from the media and fans. I really don't. You're never going to see another Matt Ryan. You're never going to see another Mike Vick. Mike Vick is the most athletically gifted quarterback that has ever graced the NFL. There's never been anything like. He's never go. You're never going to see that again.
But here's the problem, though. Even you're seeing it with Lamar Jackson too. These defenses are built for quarterbacks like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I said, you're not going to really see it in the regular season, but in the playoffs is where you're going to see it the most.
Yeah.
Say that part again, Cat. That was crucial.
When you see it in the regular, you're not going to see it take place in the regular season, but in the playoffs is where it's different. This is where, and
those are the numbers I just read off again. That's what I mean. He had one good, and that was last year's divisional round where he had a terrific game. It was like 121. Like I said, he had one good playoff out of that.
Look at this comment. He said, Falcons fan just want a dual threat quarterback that's good. Nothing wrong with that. Don't matter if he's black or white. That's a cap. I ain't saying, look. I'm going to tell you, Rutabaga, you capping real hard right now because I ain't seen not nobody named another quarterback that ain't look like Michael Vick since I've been a Falcon fan.
Tell him we had one last year. What was Desmond Ridder?
You had a blended one last year, but like you said, y'all didn't like that one. You had a dual threat quarterback in Mariota. Y'all didn't like that because he didn't pass enough. You didn't like Matt Ryan because he didn't run enough. But this is what I'm talking about. and the people in the chat are already calling cap on your answer right now, because if you look at the type of quarterbacks everybody in Atlanta wants, or these media folks always talk about, it's the same thing. It's the same prototype. It's the same stereotype.
Forget who the coach is. We don't care if they fit the scheme. Just somebody black that can run fast. It don't matter what scheme. Like I'm like, this scheme that we have, it's not even fit for that. If you were gonna do that, you might have kept Arthur Smith. We ran Arthur Smith out of town. If y'all wanted a quarterback that's gonna run around, you should have kept Arthur Smith here. Because that's what he like, quarterbacks that can run around.
That's why they traded for Justin Fields.
Exactly.
He didn't want Justin Fields, but look, he's not the head coach, so he don't have the last say so. He never wanted Justin Fields.
Yeah. But like you said, at the end of the day, is by me asking that question, I've learned that the Atlanta Falcons, because everybody keeps saying that the Atlanta Falcons got cursed by their church. No, the problem was the Atlanta Falcons got cursed by Michael Vick. Because the thing about it is the media and the fans, we all love Mike Vick. But the problem is certain people mindset is, I would never be satisfied with this team until I get that Michael Vick experience again. And this is the curse of the Falcons that we can't shake. This is why I say people care more about the symbolism of the position more than the team than the complete team being successful. We shut away the other 47 black players on the team. They don't matter. But the only one that matters is if he's at that quarterback position. It's fucked up. It's fucked the other black players. The only black player I want to see is the one that's at the quarterback position.
Grady Jarrett is one of the most disrespected Atlanta Falcons of all time. He's the most he's disrespected. I mean, royally. Y'all have no appreciation for him. Y'all don't care nothing about him. Y'all don't buy his jerseys like that. Y'all don't praise him. for being one of the best defensive tackles. And what he been in the league 7 years now, and y'all don't care. Y'all not lining up in the meeting and say, "Hey man, I need a Greg Jerry interview." Why ESPN ain't why the media ain't interviewing him for things? Y'all don't even care about it. The most disrespected Atlanta Falcons, right along with his pop, just the most disrespected Atlanta Falcons of all time. Y'all don't give a damn about Jake Matthews. There has never been an offensive tackle in the game, for me personally, that has been more consistent than this guy. Since he first got into the league, this dude has been a damn all-pro. He's been all-pro level every freaking year he's been in the league. Every year. What are we talking about? Why are we not praising guys like AJ Terrell? Why are we not praising Grady Jerry? We don't even speak about Chris Lindstrom until he done ran, until Bijan Robinson or Tyler Algier done ran a damn touchdown. That's the only time y'all even care about these guys. But we praising Mr. Justin Fields and Malik Willis and all those guys for running fast. Y'all ready to give up y'all ready to give up all your draft picks to just get one guy run fast.
We literally got a guy in the chat right now that said he would castrate himself to get Justin Fields here.
I wonder who that is.
we literally got a dude that was in here in the chat right now that literally said that he would castrate himself to see Justin Fields in Atlanta or anybody like Justin Fields in Atlanta. Just letting y'all know that if y'all remember the episode, you'll know.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, just basically just going off this interview like that, man, it's
unfortunate, man.
It's just that unfortunate that some people here in Atlanta really just don't give a fuck about the team and the team's success in itself. As long as they got the prophecy at quarterback, they can care less.
Mm.
And that's the reality of it.
Mm-hmm.
King Quest said they only want Michael Penis because he wears a do-rag under his helmet.
And he left-handed, and he run like Michael Vick. He runs fast like Vick. That's all.
All right. So that's the reality of it. Like you said, the Atlanta Falcons is going to get, and the Atlanta Falcons going to get a lot of scrutiny from the media and the fan base until they fulfill that prophecy. And if they don't ever fulfill that prophecy, you're just going to have a bunch of butthurt Falcon fans that wish that they could turn back the hands of time and relive a part of Falcons history that they wish they had.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, get up on it and said you can't do nothing without a good quarterback. Hell, good quarterbacks don't always win either. Remember, it's one Super Bowl winner.
Go ahead, Jude. I see you just
because okay. So let me ask. So Jude, let me ask you this question. Hold on.
Go ahead, Jude. I'm about to lose.
I'm about to ask Jude this question right quick.
Go ahead, Jude. Please go, Jude. Save me for myself.
So
save me.
Like you said, we always know that you have to have a quote unquote capable quarterback to win in the NFL. Is that the conscientious statement that's always used, right? Is that what is always used, right?
Basically.
So my question is why isn't all 32 teams trying to do that? If that's the key formula for success.
You flowing right into why I came up with the topic I was talking about with Raheem Morris. You flowing right into the topic, Kay.
Right.
Flowing right into the topic. And basically, it's like what we talked about in the last show. When it comes down to it, I think we went over it was less than 10% of
Mm-hmm.
active quarterbacks in the league that got Super Bowls, but we act like everybody's winning them. We act
Mm-hmm.
like all of the top high paid quarterbacks, the Lamar Jacksons, the Josh Allens, the all of the quarterbacks that are beloved, the Justin Herberts. None of these guys have Super Bowls. Lamar Jackson. It's only one guy that's winning Super Bowls. Patrick Mahomes. All the other guys that we praise, the Joe Burrows, lost in the Super Bowl. Like the Jalen Hurts, all these guys that got these big contracts. So at the end of the day, it comes down to what we said. You got to build a team. You got to build a team. If you don't have a team, a good coaching staff, a good front office, good special teams, good offense, it doesn't matter how good that one player is. We seen that with Michael Vick when he was in Atlanta. You guys know I'm a Michael Vick. I mean, a huge Michael Vick fan. That's the only reason I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan is because of Michael Vick. But it goes back to what Mike has just said. You guys know that my family's from Chicago, and my father used to always ask me, who's going to be the next Michael Jordan? And I told him there'll never be another Michael Jordan. The same thing is what Mike was just saying about Michael Vick. Michael Vick was a one of one. You're never going to see another Michael Vick.
Mm-mm.
He was special. The gifts and talents that those type of guys have, God just gave those guys a little bit more seasoning. Those guys were
Mm-hmm.
blessed with that talent, and you're never going to see it again. So I feel like if you're chasing that next, you're never ever gonna see it again. If the Panthers think they're gonna ever see another Luke Kuechly, another Julius Peppers, like those guys are just one of one. You're never gonna see that again. So you have to build your team the right way, as we've been saying. You can't just focus on one position, a quarterback. You can't focus on one side of the ball. Why do you think I keep saying build in the trenches, build in the trenches, build? Because the Falcons have always focused in the last decade. We've always focused on the offensive side of the ball. And the defense will just get scraps. And then even the year we went to the Super Bowl, we know we were not a high ranked defense with 27 ranked defense, something like that. So it all goes back to what we said. You got to build a complete team at the end of the day. But just kind of going into the Raheem Morris thing and I'll kind of point guard and let you guys give your thoughts. Why I kind of gave that as an idea for us to talk about tonight is I really feel like Arthur Smith's downfall in Atlanta was he was hard headed. And y'all kept hearing me say that he didn't learn from his mistakes. And you asked, is Raheem Morris, the chosen one? I won't say that he's the chosen one, but I'm watching very closely to the things that he has said. You got to listen to what people say, and then I'm going to watch what he does this season. And I really feel like one of the big things with Raheem Morris, if you guys listen to the interviews that he's done so far, they asked him, why does you want Kirk Cousins prefer a veteran quarterback over drafting one of these young quarterbacks? And he mentioned, well, I've been a head coach before with the Buccaneers, and I had Josh Freeman as my starting quarterback, and it didn't go too well. So what is he doing? Instead of coming back and doing the same thing, expecting a different result, he's saying, I'm going to do something different this time. I'm going to go out and get a quarterback, a guy that I know can get the job done, a guy that I've seen that can put up numbers and put him around this young talent. And, he can make these guys and uplift these guys. So I really feel like Raheem Morris, I feel that he's going to have success because one thing that I see, being that he's been in the background, being assistant coaches, being over defenses, being on offensive staffs. One thing that I see that he said, even in his first press conference when they introduced him as a head coach, is he's learned from his mistakes. And that's, I feel like, it's one of the big things when it comes to doing anything well, is learning from your failures. And that's one thing that I think, one reason why I feel like he's going to have success here is because he's doing things differently. He talked about when he first got hired with the Bucks, I thought I knew it all. I thought I knew everything and I was ready to go. This time he's brought guys in that are smarter than him. Some of the guys that are on this coaching staff may know more than him, and he's not jealous of that. He's bringing in these guys to give their input, which I think is wise. Him keeping guys like Jerry Gray on the staff. A lot of the times coaches come in, they get jealous. They don't want guys on the staff that already know players. He kept Dwayne Leffert, who he had no, from my understanding, he said he had no relationship with him. Why did he keep him here? Because he know that Dwayne Leffert already has those relationships with this offensive line and these players, which to me, that's just being smart. That's being smart. He don't care about the ego of it. It's like if this guy was a good coach in the last coaching staff, he even stated even with Arthur Smith, like they did a good job of building the infrastructure. I'm just trying to build on what's already here. Like he didn't do anything to smear their name or say anything negative towards them. And I really feel like that's why the Falcons, I think, are going to have success under Raheem Morris, is because he doesn't think that he knows it all. He's not coming in with that ego. He's coming in to just build on what's already here. And he's learning from the first mistakes he's made years and years and years ago when he was a head coach. So I just want to get you guys' thoughts on what you guys think about it, because I think he's going to have success just because he's willing to learn. Once you fail, people don't realize you got to fail to have success. Jordan failed. He lost a lot. Like people, I was talking to my uncle yesterday. We were debating about him and LeBron. He always talks about Jordan. I say, Jordan failed. Yeah, he was 6-0 in the finals, but it was a lot of years he didn't get out the first round. He couldn't get past the Pistons. He couldn't get past the Celtics early on. He had to take his lumps. He had to learn from his mistakes. He had to learn how to pass the ball. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I want to get you guys' thoughts on what you guys think, but I think that Raheem Morris, he's setting himself up and setting his team up in the right way to have success. And one other thing I want to say before you guys go on is you have to do what you do well. You got to know what you do well. And I feel like that's where Arthur Smith went off the rails. He forgot that I'm a run the ball first type of coach. This is my, this is where my bread is buttered, and I'm going to do this. As much as we hated Dan Quinn because he was going to run that cover 3, one thing I could respect about him is he went out on his own volition. He went out on his own shield. This is what I do. If I'm the Utah Jazz, I run the pick and roll. This is what we do. Karl Malone and Stockton, this is what we do. If you're going to beat us, we're going to go out on our own shield and doing it the way that we do it. And I feel like Arthur Smith didn't go out on his own shield. He went out with Dave Ragone and other guys convincing him, or him being hard-headed and not sticking with what worked. And I'll just leave it at that. I want to get you guys' thoughts.
Go ahead, Gil. Go ahead.
I think you really hit the nail on the head on that one, Drew. Essentially, you just got to be yourself, man. Like you said, you're bringing in certain type of coaches. You're trying to set a precedent with this team to where, they have to be adaptable to each other's personalities, as well as, bring that bond together. Like you said, when we kind of watched like the first meeting where he was talking about family and then community and then calling out certain names, Young Wei Koo, Grady Jarrett, AJ Terrell, holding these guys accountable and stuff like that. And being and I think where Raheem Morris, where the one thing that he said that I think would be the biggest difference between him and Arthur Smith was, he said, any mental problems that you're going through, family problems, hit my motherfucking line. And what a lot of people don't realize, like stuff like that, even though it may be minuscule or may not be football related, but a lot of times that's how you bring the best out of people. Is act like you care what's going on outside the football field. Like you said, you want to make sure even the 53rd guy on the roster feels important, because that's how you make the top guys fight harder.
Well, I want to kind of give a parable, a story. I don't want to get a person's name, but Kale probably know exactly because we actually heard him say this. The one thing about Raheem that I think is old school, and a lot of these things just don't happen. People just don't care anymore. A lot of people just don't. They're so self-absorbed. Everything is about them. I need to get. I need to get this. They're not worried about their teammate that's not getting involved. They're not worried about their teammates not getting, the necessary praise for, being the blocking guy, being the blocking tight end, being the punter, being the kicker, being the long snapper. Like these things matter. And one of the things that I heard this guy that he spoke about Dan Reeves, and the thing that why people love Dan Reeves, this wasn't because he was a brilliant coach. It's because he cared. He cared about his players. This man said if you needed some money, you didn't have such and such and such and such, he would literally pull out a big fat wad of money and hand you $100, $200, and say, "All right, go eat." You know what I'm saying? Go get a hotel or whatever the case may be. These are the things that Dan Reeves did for his players, his coaches. He cared about the players. So these small things like being able, like a lot of these coaches can't. They won't even allow themselves to be touched. They won't allow themselves to be. They won't have. You can't even have access to certain coaches. You can't have access to certain players anymore. You got to go through a whole. You got to go through their secretary, their manager, and all that just to be able to say, "Hey, what's up? Hey, coach, can I talk to you?" You know what these coaches, a lot of these coaches do now? You know, I'll set a meeting for you Thursday at 9 o'clock. It's Monday. I need to talk to you now. So it's the small things like this that matters for players. If I'm gonna be putting my body on the line for you, if I'm going to give back to the team my money, the contract, if I'm gonna restructure my contract, I better be able to say, hey, my brother, I need $1,000, so I can, give my baby mama. Like this girl is tripping right now. She tripping. Oh, my baby daddy tripping. Hey, can I borrow $1,000, man? I promise you, man, I'm gonna get it back to you. You need to be able to, have that relationship with your coaches. You have to be able to trust your general manager. You have to be able to trust your owner, because the players don't trust their owners. They're not gonna put their body on the line. They're not gonna give back if you're not willing to work with me and talk to me and speak to me and make me feel like I matter. Why in the bloody hell should I give back to anything? Why should I care about the team? So these are the qualities from a head coach that actually matter. A lot of these coaches, players know that they don't care. Why do you think so many players can't stand Kyle Shanahan? Because he's a piece of crap. Nobody likes him. He uses you up and he throws you away at the drop of a dime to save his own behind. The same thing with Sean Payton. Sean Payton don't care about nobody but himself. You see what he did to Russ? Like these players know when players. Why do you think that Pierce, the Raiders head coach right now, why do you think your boy, the defensive end, his name escapes me right now, Crosby, Max Crosby, he went out of his way to say, look, I'm not coming back to this team if y'all do not trade me now. If you don't hire Pierce as the head coach, I want out. It's because they know that these coaches care about them. They have that connection. So again, man, it's like you gotta be able to, you gotta care, bro. If you don't care about guys, a lot of these people can see right through that nonsense.
Let me give y'all a perfect example. The perfect one of the perfect examples of what we just are talking about, what Mike just said. You're looking at it right now. I mean, let me ask y'all a question. When y'all look at the heavy hitters, when you look at all three of us on the screen, what's the main thing that y'all think of when y'all see the heavy hitters? This is a trivia question, so I'm waiting on some damn answers. There's a pay-per-view bout going on in this chat right now. This shit is hilarious. But
it is.
It's hilarious. But when y'all look at this heavy hitters screen right now, what is the first thought y'all think in y'all heads as far as the personalities of all three of us? Why are we doing that? See, the reason why we haven't really been looking at the comments like that is because, like I said, it's a pay-per-view match going on right now. I got my popcorn ready.
Yeah, it is.
And somebody losing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to hell, Ant. You talk about the Three Stooges. All right. All right, let's see what people saying. It says Xavier Lemon says 4 geniuses. John St. Clair here says 3 different personalities that brings different things. Brian people say respect amongst each other. Football information, truthfully. But thing about the dynamic of the heavy hitters is when we started doing this, the main conscientious thing that everybody kept saying that it was Mad Mike Sports and them. That was the initial thought of what a lot of these shows was, that this was Mad Mike Sports and them. See, I'm going to let you know right now. What you see on the screen, really, plus Don, is a bunch of guys that individually do not care who is the star of the show. Because at the end of the day, the heavy hitters as a whole is the star. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. But I will say this. Do y'all know who the stars of the heavy hitters are?
Yeah, they'll actually be surprised. I think they'd be surprised.
Let me tell you who the stars of the heavy hitters are. It's Jew and Don.
Jew probably like turned it like Jew inside like turned around. Look at his face. He gonna say no every time. Jew gonna say no every time.
No, hey, but no. His humility is what sets him apart. But what I'm saying is, he blushing. He got off the camera.
See, Jew going. His insides are turning right now, boy. Y'all have no clue.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But the thing about it is.
Man.
Hey, we know we have to do. We always gotta give Jew his flowers, man, because he keeps us grounded.
He does.
He keeps us grounded.
Does. This is my group. I'm David Ruffin.
Oh wow! Really?
You know what? See, you know what?
Don't you got a category suit to try on? Like you in the wrong place, man.
See. We done made you blush so much, boy. Teacher Red came in talking go substitute. What's going on? What's going on, girl? How you doing?
I just came to say happy birthday to Jew because his birthday is tomorrow. That's all.
Okay. Hey. Well, hold on. Can I push a little button right fast? So, yeah, I'm gonna push your button. So, what you gonna give Jew for his birthday?
He got a box waiting on him.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's probably why
that's probably why you blushing
right now. Oh man.
But for y'all don't know, man, like I said, man and Jew, man, we've been knowing them since we started this journey here, man.
Absolutely.
Like they are like family to us. And like you said, hey, happy early birthday, Jew.
Yeah.
And I had to step out for a minute. The mic had the robe on. I was like, oh, it's about to be heavy.
Wait a minute.
Look, this not you and I podcast. We're gonna keep
good segue, boy. That's a good
segue. There you go.
But yeah, I appreciate her giving me the birthday shout out. But like I said, man, y'all know I'm humble. I'm really a big jokester. That's how I said like they know behind the scenes. I'm a big jokester, man. But I'm humbled, man. I think what Kev said, everything he said about just the heavy hitters, we don't have any type of egos. Like when it comes to, like, the fans always say we agree about everything, but they know we don't. We always are disagreeing about something. One thing, at the end of the day, we know that we all have each other's best interest at heart. At the end of the day, we just want to see each other win. At the end of the day, like, I want to see Mike win, Kev. I want to see Kev win. They want to see me win. We want to see the whole AFN, win. I don't want to see everybody win. We have no bad blood for nobody, even outside of if you're a content creator. Hey, at the end of the day, I tell people, one thing I can say is loyalty is one of the things that I can see within this three. And because I had maybe like couple hundred subscribers, Mike came on my channel saying like, man, you one of my favorite content creators. And I was humbled then. Every time Mike said that, I'm like, man, stop saying that, because I say people jealous when you say that I'm your favorite. Because I said at the end of the day,
he really was. He didn't know, but he really was my favorite. I watched you all the time.
Yeah, I'm humble. At the end of the day, I don't feel like I know it all. I tell them all the time, I learn from each and every one of you guys, not even just us on this show, but the fans send us stuff all the time, stats that I wasn't aware of. DM me, hey, Jude, what you think about this? What you think about that? Can you do a video on this? So I'm just humbled, man. At the end of the day, we fans of the Falcons, just like y'all are fans. We just, passionate enough to get behind the mic. And as they said, Kev said in the last show, to be honest, I'm very quiet. We all are pretty much laid back. So you're surprised to see us all in front of the camera just talking. And one thing I'll say is when we first started, as Kev said, we had to build that chemistry. As I'm talking about with the Falcons and this new coaching staff, it took us a while to build the chemistry. Now it's like water. We all flow together. But for the longest time, when we first started, we had to find that chemistry. So at the end of the day, like I said, man, it's all love at the end of the day, man. And if you passionate enough to get behind a mic and give your takes on whatever it is, I encourage you to do it. At the end of the day, this is like therapy, like they say for us. And talk about it. It's therapy just to get out that frustration, 24 hours, talk about what we upset about, and then move forward. But we've seen it. And to me, I just feel like before I was doing content creating, I would drive my wife crazy. She made me get it. She was tired of hearing about whatever it was. So this is just a community where I can talk about it when she's tired of hearing it. Because my wife was tired of it. She was tired of it.
I remember those stories. I remember.
But like you said, man, and like you said, the key thing, man, it was all about chemistry. Because I know at the end of the day, the majority of the people that watches these shows is already going to pinpoint Mike as kind of being the face of everything, and which that is fine with us, because like you said, this is our brother. Like I said, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be doing this our damn. Well, actually, I wouldn't be doing it because you was.
I had it took about 2 years to convince Kev. Kev was like, nope,
It took 2 years and a 12 pack of IPAs to do it.
Yep.
So, like you said, man, we always say like that. That's why we called you the point. We call him the point guard of the show, man. Like you said, hey, if y'all, I'm gonna let y'all in on another secret. Y'all ready? Y'all do know majority of the ideas for these shows is me, right? Y'all didn't know that, did you? Y'all didn't know that, did you?
Bro, they don't. They have no idea. Yeah, most of these. Look, look. He's the creator. He's head of creative. I sit back when he and you they come over to us. I sit back and say, "All right, let's do it." I do my research after they give me the topics, and I go from there. But like most of the topics come from Jew and Kid.
But the thing about it is you're a lot. But like I said, we have the respect for each other enough, and we have the chemistry enough to where, like I said, I'm more comfortable just bringing in and just asking questions and letting my brothers do the talking. Because I know at the end of the day, man, y'all thriving. Some of y'all gonna be thriving for the information. Some of y'all gonna come over here for some bullshit, trying to start bullshit. And I know majority of y'all coming here for information. And the thing about it is we can't too much worry about the people bringing in the bullshit, because all they're gonna want, like I said, because we don't want to destroy the flow of what these folks want to come over here and see. They want to see some brothers that's going to talk football. But it's not going to talk football on the basis of emotional tirades. Unless you want to hear Mad Mike rant. You know, most of y'all asses want to see him angry anyway.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I just accept it. I try to be calm, but they like, nope, I don't like it. I'm not feeling it.
Right.
I'm not feeling it.
And that's where that's why I say Mike is always gonna be my OG in the game, as well as Don. Because Don fucked with me from the beginning too. Like I said, if y'all watch those old Red Cup rant, no.
Oh boy.
Yeah. That's a long way to go, man.
That's yeah. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that's kind of where the heavy hitters kind of was born, because of some situations there.
Brian, people with the 199 here say, y'all help me get through work for my damn sanity. Exactly. I didn't see it, and be honest with you, I didn't even know there was Falcon content on the internet anyway. I didn't know.
Nope.
The last time I seen a discussion on the internet about the Atlanta Falcons, y'all remember AOL dial-up? Yeah, that's the last time.
Yeah. They used to have a message board. The message boards.
For message boards.
Yep. That was it. That's where you had to go get Falcons. Got to go to the Falcons message board. Boy, it's boy. So bad.
So I've seen it through the beginning. And I'm sitting here rambling on like a motherfucker.
But that's the idea. That's what we mean by with Raheem Morris, man. It's like it's very important to establish that relationship with the players, because that's when great things happen, when you trust your brother, when you trust the person next to you. Trust opens the gate for something special. Trust and faith, bro. Trust and faith. You open the door for something great when you have trust and faith in your brother.
Hey, look, Christy done gave us some ideas. He said we're gonna pull some throwback videos on you.
Oh
Lord,
man.
I don't see.
I'm scared, bro. I was wild back then. Jesus Christ.
See, Drew is cool because Drew's been consistent throughout.
Yeah, like, oh boy.
Throwbacks out, boy.
I was wow.
Y'all might well call me Jackie Chan, the drunken master. You want me to pull some throwbacks out.
Oh man, I don't like going back and watching.
Oh Lord, we talking about why you gotta expose our ages. Hey, shit. Hey, I'll probably.
Hey, man, look, for real, boy.
Fuck that shit. We got one life to live, man. We damn near 40 old. Well, I'm damn near 40.
I'm there. I'm there already.
Oh Lord, she said one of my videos from 3 years ago. Oh Lord, which one was it? I hope it wasn't the one.
Look, y'all don't remember what Jew had to throw. That's the Jew that I saw. That's the Jew that I had to get.
Oh my God. I hope she ain't talking about the one where I told them Saints fans y'all just mad because y'all damn city is below sea level. I hope that ain't
Oh man.
That's the one I told one Saint. I think that's the one. Isn't that the one I told the Saints fan?
Oh
I told
boy.
the Saints fan he was grocery shopping with sharks or something. I was
Yeah, man. We said some disrespectful stuff back. Oh my god. I know I did. Oh man. It's hard for me to go back and listen.
all right, man. We going down these
I used to get I'm gonna say this, but I used to literally get phone calls from my uncles saying, Mike, what in the hell is wrong? Is you okay over there? They used to call me all the time. I'm like, yeah, I'm playing a role. All right, it's me, it's me acting, man. They want Mad Mike, so I got to give them Mad Mike. They did not understand it from the beginning, but like I said, now, man, we really get to show all of us, and that's like I said, that's the gift that you guys will continue to help, to give to us. Because like I said, man, y'all don't know how valuable y'all, just sticking with us, bro. It's helped us a lot and helped loosen, especially me up. Like, look, I'm a people don't have no idea. I'm an introvert like a mom. I don't like being around too many people. I don't like. I would say don't like going out, but like me and people don't mix all the time. I would rather be around my folks, watch a football game, drink a little something, and go to Pizza Hut or something like that. I'm good with that. All that going to the games and being in people's face, yeah, that ain't me. That ain't me at all.
right. But we're gonna wind it down. But the last thing I will say, man, like you said, definitely we always say it. We appreciate everybody that
Mm-hmm.
usually tunes in here. Like I said, definitely shout out to Jew with and the missus with the You and I podcast. So you get the story of
Yeah, but
live. See, see,
mm-hmm.
see, see, they about to reenact a certain portion of their life when they get off this camp.
Yep.
That's why he had to blank it out there right
Yeah, I had
but,
to cut it real quick.
You and I, we get together and
there you go. There you go right there.
There you
You and I.
You really don't know. I was listening to Rick James earlier too. That was the first song that popped in. I said, wait a minute, there you go. You and I. But also, man, like you said, we got a lot of good things coming up for y'all. Like you said, make sure you keep showing love to everybody. Like you said, Coach Unchained, OG Truth, OG Sam. We got Juan, the AFN family, Big Will. Like I said, we got the new show coming on, the Champagne Confessions. It's gonna be the fellas are gonna have a show over there speaking on kind of the same topics. And I'm probably gonna rebrand it, but we working some things out where the Chronicles will be coming back, and it's all gonna be live. Ain't no videos. It's gonna be another live with your boy.
See, he know, bro.
Yeah, nope. He walked up to us. He said, "What a minute, y'all a lot bigger than I thought y'all
were." Yeah.
I remember that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, man, we just got a whole bunch of things going on. Georgia Sports Nation as well. Like I said, Atlanta Falcon Nation as usual. Mad Mike Sports, Mad Mike Network, Utah Sports, 6-Man K Styles. Hey, man, at the end of the day, in order for you to be the hero, you got to have a villain. And a lot of people don't know that you would rather be the villain than be the fool. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh, no.
We here to stay.
Oh, yeah. Dig it.
You ain't got to go home.
But you got to get the hell out of here. Ooh, yeah. Time to go to the gym.
Eat me.
WrestleMania just got me dead in my head. That's all, y'all.